Welcome to Colchester Zoo and Friends, bringing the zoo to you. I'm Ross McGrain.
And I am John Oakes. You might recognise our voices from Radio Essex Weekend Breakfast. The two of us bubbled and get to work together a whole bunch, which is very fortunate.
Fortunate for some, I have got to stay this close to him though, which is slightly frustrating at times.
Never mind. The good news is we are here bringing a fantastic programme for the zoo, all the way down this lovely little camera lens into, I don't know, wherever you are, your living room perhaps, maybe in the bath, who knows. We're going to be talking to you about a whole bunch of the incredible stuff that is happening at the zoo. Of course, just because the zoo is closed, it doesn't mean the animals don't need to be looked after and fed. So we're going to ask you to help by donating a little if you can. And it's not just us.
It's not just us. We've got loads of people coming on the show, loads of guests. We've got Lee Mead. Wonder if he'll bring the jacket.
Oh, hopefully, yeah.
It's a coat, really, isn't it? We've got Lee Mead, we've got Rachel Beauchamp, we've got loads of people coming on to help, including Chris and Scott from Drive Time on Radio Essex. We're going to be doing some challenges with them. So I imagine for the first time in our career, we're going to be getting our hands dirty, John.
Yeah, and I, for one, am very much looking forward to it.
But despite all of the fun that we're going to be having, there's obviously a very serious message that underlines the whole thing. And to tell us more about that, we'd like to hand you over now to Zoo Curator Sarah Forsyth.
So lockdown has had a huge impact for us here at Colchester Zoo. Obviously, we're completely reliant on visitors coming in and spending money to be able to feed our animals, pay our staff, cover veterinary bills, water, heating and everything else. So without visitors, the zoo is at real risk. So during kind of a normal day, when we're at full operating, we probably spend around about £20,000 a day. You think the amount of staff that we have to be able to keep the zoo running, and then all of the animals we have on site as well. So all the costs added up, we're looking at about £20,000 a day. So Colchester Zoo is privately owned, so it's a family-run business, which means we are completely reliant on visitors coming to the zoo and spending money whilst they're here, and that is pretty much the only income we get. So the moment, obviously, we don't have that, there's nothing coming in, and when we're closed we can't just furlough all the staff and send everybody home and save costs that way. The keepers still have to be here and the animals still need feeding, and there's no money coming in to cover those costs. So what lockdown has really done for zoos across the country is put them in a really worrying situation in terms of, if we have to close indefinitely, basically we'll have to close forever, which means the animals will have to be rehomed. Now, Colchester Zoo houses about 1,500 animals, so you can imagine trying to rehome them. But it's not just about the animals we have here at the zoo, it's also about all the conservation work we support out in the wild, and without income, that's also suffering as well. So you're talking about animals in zoos in the UK and across Europe and the world, but also those animals out in the wild. So everywhere is under real pressure at the moment. So without visitors, obviously, and no income, we still need to be able to fund food and water and staff wages. Thankfully, we are a well-run zoo, and so we have some reserves, but obviously they won't last forever. So we have been asking members of the public to support us, and I have to say the support from visitors has been absolutely incredible. But any money that we can have coming in through our doors whilst we're closed is hugely appreciated. And then really the bigger thing is also when we open, please come and visit us, spend money whilst you're here, and don't forget about us while we are closed. There's lots of things that people can do. Go online, buy gift vouchers, also support our emergency fund.
That was Sarah Forsyth, and she's here with us now in the studio at a very social distance. Please welcome Sarah Forsyth.
Woo! Sarah, thanks so much for joining us. It must be an incredibly different experience for you personally working in the zoo at the moment. How has everything changed for you since the lockdown?
Well, I think obviously the zoo is normally a very busy place full of visitors, difficult to get around, lots of things going on. And at the moment, I think it's just very eerie and very quiet. And yeah, we almost don't know what to do with ourselves without the visitors here.
I've also noticed a huge bunch of keys there. So, I mean, obviously that's not one key for each animal, but how many animals have you got in the zoo in total?
So if we don't include all the individual insects and fish, we've probably got around about 1,500 here at the zoo. Wow. So yeah, a lot.
And how often do they need to be fed?
It all varies, but some of them maybe 3, 4, 5 times a day, some a little bit less, but it's a huge amount of work and obviously a lot of money to make sure that the animals are all being kept well and safe even during lockdown.
Of course, yeah, and it's not just you, I suppose. There must be a bunch of other people that you have still coming into the zoo and working that are keeping all the animals, bedding, etc., all changed and keeping them fresh.
Yeah, that's right. Obviously, the furlough scheme has been great and we've taken advantage of where we can, but the animals still have to be here every day and they need looking after, so all of the animal keepers have to be here as well.
Wow.
Of course, and obviously it's not just you that's affected by there being no one here. It must be weird for those animals as well, right? It's normally packed down here.
Yeah, definitely. We do kind of laugh to say that, you know, the visitors think they're coming here and that the animals are here for their entertainment and enjoyment, but actually more often than not it's the other way round. And particularly some of our more intelligent species like the primates, they're just a bit like, where is everybody? Where are my audiences? There's no one here to keep us occupied. So,
we noticed walking around, didn't we? They just flocked to the thing. I said, there's people, Barry, look!
Yeah, that's what it's like, yeah. Totally.
I'm right in understanding that some of the animals are very fortunate enough to receive the opposite of a bit of a lockdown. So some of them, now that there's no people around, they get a little bit more of a wandering space. Is that right?
Yeah, well, obviously, in a difficult time and in a worrying time, we thought, well, what we do also have to do is take advantage of the situation to some degree. And the keepers thought, well, what's the best way we can keep some of our animals busy and occupied? And it was like, well, why don't we let them out of their enclosures? Now, obviously, we haven't done that with any tigers. we've been very species specific about which ones we've let out.
Just because you wouldn't want to pick up the mess, to be honest with you.
You know. But what we have done is maybe taken the goats for a walk around the zoo and they've gone and met the otters, or the armadillo and met the chimps, and it's just an opportunity we'd never have in any other time because there'd be too many people around and we'd be too busy. But you know, it's been quite nice for the animals, enriching for them and something different for them.
2 more questions for you. 1, do you know what every key on that bunch does? Just hold it up for a second.
Wow, look at that.
I do. I'm pretty sure I do. It looks chaotic, but I can assure you that's a very organised bunch of keys.
Off you go then.
It might be here a while.
Second question, does one of those keys release the tigers?
Yes, it does actually.
Might I just tell you how wonderful you're looking today?
Sarah, we're so grateful for your hospitality and having us here, and as someone who has come to the zoo as a customer with my daughter many times in the past, to come and see how it all works behind the scenes, I've got this. It's been really humbling to see the work that you guys do. So thank you for what you're doing, and thank you for having us and being so hospitable.
Well, thank you for all the support. It's been amazing, and yeah, we're really looking forward to what comes next.
Our pleasure.
Pleasure.
Sarah Forsyth. Still to come on the show, we've got music from X Factor star Matt Lennon, YouTube sensation Red, star of The Voice and Comedy Central's Transaction Jordan Gray, and BGT semi-finalist Graham Matthews. Lee Mead is going to be here as well. But right now, we've got Ian Keenan. He's over with the Tigers and Sarah Forsyth, zoo curators, to find out what life has been like for the animals during lockdown.
Hi, I'm Ian and I'm here at the tiger enclosure with Sarah Forsyth, who is one of the curators here at the zoo. Hi Sarah.
Hi.
Can you tell us a little bit about the tigers and the enclosure that they have here?
So these are Amur tigers, and we've actually got 3, 4, 5, 6 tigers in this exhibit at the moment. We've got Anushka here, who's one of our females, but we actually had cubs born last year to the female behind me, Tega. First tigers ever to be born at Colchester Zoo, so in a really exciting time and really important because they're such an endangered species.
Can you tell us a little bit about that and how endangered they are and how important it is about having that breeding programme?
So there's very, very few tigers left in the wild. Estimates Estimates say around about 500 individuals. Most of it is due to habitat loss, and numbers have declined quite dramatically. There has been some good news over the last years to say that maybe the population is stabilising slightly. So being able to breed them in a captive environment is really important. So we had a breeding recommendation last year, so Tega here's got good genetics and so is our male. So we was asked to put them together to see if we could get them to breed, and we did. First time mum for Tega, and she was brilliant. And it just means that we're contributing to the preservation of this species for future generations.
So obviously we've been in lockdown for quite some time now, and how's that impacted on the tigers and their day-to-day life here at the zoo?
Well, as you can see, the tigers are very much used to people. They're used to being around people. We do some really nice visitor experiences with them, because obviously another role of a zoo is obviously to educate people, and the more we can get people to learn and love these animals, the more interest they're going to have in saving them as much as what we want to. So they meet visitors on quite a regular basis, and they get to be fed by the visitors for a paid experience. And since lockdown, obviously they're only seeing us, and I think probably we're a bit boring. They get to see us all the time. So they're really missing people.
Okay, and what about the other animals in the zoo? How are they being impacted by the lockdown?
Well, we kind of sort of almost joke about it really, because we see a lot of people think, oh, a zoo's here to entertain the visitors, but actually from our point of view, a lot of the time it's the visitors keeping the animals entertained. And with empty corridors and empty pathways, the animals haven't got that same sort of interaction they normally have. So we've really had to step our game up and try and keep them as occupied as possible. We've done that by increasing enrichment and training that we do with them, but also coming up with weird and wonderful ideas of keeping them occupied, like taking them out for walks, those that are safe, not the tigers, and getting them to visit other animals. So the goats have visited the otters, and the armadillo met the chimps. And we've just tried to do things differently, taking advantage of the fact that we've got no visitors here.
For those people that are watching, how can they get involved with tiger conservation?
There's plenty of projects to support, and certainly supporting your local zoo and visiting your local zoo is not just about the animals we have here, but we support conservation projects throughout the world. So by visiting your zoo, you're not just looking after the animals there, but you're also contributing to projects out in situ and actually out in the countries where the animals need direct help as well. So definitely support your zoo, go and visit, find out about different projects and support those individually as well. There's lots of different ways it can help.
So I'm here with Georgia and Jazz, and we're doing something I've never done before, which is walking the sheep. Jazz, can you tell us, how often do you do this with the sheep?
We try and get them out as much as we possibly can, 2 to 3 times a week. It's a really great form of exercise and enrichment as well.
Excellent. And how far do you go with them?
Pretty much all around the zoo, anywhere that's safe to do so. We get them going up to all different animals, things like your otters and the elephants. Some days they can be a little bit lazy though.
Thank you, and thank you for letting me walk with you.
You're welcome.
Tigers and sheep and Ian. Oh my! He's with us in the studio right now. Please put your hands together for Ian Keenan. Ian, excellent interview with the tigers. Thank you, mate.
Yeah.
They're one of my favourite animals, tigers. It must have been, how did it feel being that close to them?
It actually felt really scary, actually. They're very impressive always. So, and much bigger than I thought when you're that close to them. But yeah, amazing. But actually, I think the person in that clip was Sarah. She is just fantastic. So knowledgeable. I was so interested. At one point, I was so interested in what she was saying, I forgot that there was a tiger behind me.
Wow, that is high praise indeed. And yeah, a lot of the staff here are so enthusiastic about all of the different animals that they get to meet and get to interact with. So how was it for you being that close to an animal like that with somebody who spends their day with those sort of animals all the time? Did you feel a little bit intimidated, or was it okay?
Absolutely intimidated, yeah. And felt very much in their space, you know, and so I was quite happy to get out of there and just leave them to do what they needed to do. So
we had a little wander around there earlier. One of my the control that she's got with the relationship is just excellent. I think one of the tigers jumped up on the cage and she went, "Get down," and it just like went, "Oh, okay."
It's like a dog on the couch, isn't it? But you say that you've got a bit of experience dealing with wild animals, haven't you? First of all, you've done a show with Ross McGrain fairly regularly. But also, there's some footage of you with a dolphin, I believe.
That is correct, yeah. So
why don't you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, that was January this year. So I'm a volunteer for the RNLI, so I'm at the crew at Southend, and we got paged to 2 stranded common dolphins off of Thames Gateway.
Common dolphins.
Common dolphins.
All right, mate, what's going on?
Yeah.
And, stuck, mate.
Yeah, they were stranded off of Thames Gateway, the big shipping port. So we went out on the hovercraft. We were met by Essex Fire Brigade, who have got a sort of water rescue team. And yeah, we took about 6 hours. We were there with the British Divers Marine Life Rescue as well.
Wow.
And I was in the water holding the dolphin with my colleague, and we were having to reorientate them to the water because they'd been in the mud for so long. And thankfully, they both swam off. So.
Oh, he's a dolphin hero.
That is incredible, isn't it? Oh, amazing work, mate. Very well done. Very well done.
You also got to spend a bit of time with with the sheep.
Absolutely.
Which doesn't sound as exciting, but you did get to walk around the zoo with those, didn't you?
And so I think, you know, the stuff that they're doing here with them at the moment as well, so the sheep are being let out, as are the other animals to walk around, the safe ones, that is.
Just because there's some of the other animals.
Yeah, not all of them. But what I found really interesting, actually talking to the staff as well, so there was Sarah, but there were also the other people that I spoke to, and the thing that struck me the most doing all of this is that, that there's so much a tight-knit family here, and it doesn't seem just the staff as a family, but also them and the animals, this whole community here, and it's really close, and this whole thing's impacted on them, but they're all kind of rallying together, and they're so knowledgeable about all the conservation. Anyone I ask, because I'm very keen to ask about the conservation side, anyone I ask straight away with the conservation side. So yeah, it's been a brilliant experience.
Keenan by name, keen by nature.
That's something that I've actually noticed wandering around the zoo and meeting all the zookeepers and stuff here, is that it's when you come as a customer and you see them walking around in the uniform, you think, oh, it's a member of staff, it's a member of staff, but it really doesn't feel like that when you're here. It feels like this is home to the animals, home to them as well, and the relationship they've got with them all is just, it's incredible, really.
I mean, you've been here before with the kids, so do you stop the curators and ask them questions? Because I would say, when people come back into the zoo, stop them and ask them, because they've got so much information to tell you.
And they just love talking about it as well, because it's their passion. It's great to see. Ian, I had a great time. Thank you for coming on. Appreciate it. Ian Keenan, everyone.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Darren Dane.
And I'm Sophie Lads.
And we're here to raise awareness for the wonderful zoo that's in my hometown of Colchester, Colchester Zoo.
Colchester Zoo is a really special place, not just generally, but for us individually as well. We have great memories of Colchester Zoo. Darren took me there for my birthday last year, pre-COVID. Unfortunately now, the zoo is closed for a second period.
Yeah. Colchester Zoo is set in over 60 acres and cares for over 1,500 animals and needs around £20,000 per day. That is over £500,000 per month just to keep operating.
Most of the income comes from ticket sales and visitor spending, so this second closure is posing a real threat.
Yeah, I know it's hard, everyone's having hard times, but it is even harder for zoos like Colchester with such massive bills to pay every day.
So if you can afford even just £1 or £2, every little helps, as they say.
Yeah, Colchester Zoo, it's not just a collection of animals, it does great conservation work too all around the world, and its closure to visitors not only impacts the zoo, but it's conservation work too.
So please, please help if you can by going to gofundme.com/zoo2u.
And the 2 is the number 2 and not the word 2, so I'll give it to you again with the number. gofundme.com/zoo2u. Please help if you can, thank you.
Thank you.
Coming up on the programme, we have special guest features from Lee Mead and Danny John Jules. But in the meantime, we're going to head out and see how Liam Holmes is getting on finding his spirit animal.
Hello, I'm Liam Holmes and we're at Colchester Zoo and we are bringing the zoo to you. I'm on a journey to find my spirit animal. So join me, have fun, let's go. Hey monkey, where you from? I'm just a boy from Dagenham. Come closer to me. Tell me what's it like to be a monkey. Maybe you are meant for me. 'Cause I'm a cheeky little monkey. Okay, are you my animal? I'm not sure how to feel about that. I mean, it feels good, but I don't think I'm 100% yet. I think the journey continues.
That was wonderful. I honestly thought out of the 1,500 animals that reside here at Colchester Zoo, if any of them are going to be Liam's spirit animal, it'd be the monkey. Find out if he ever finds that spirit animal right here on the programme. Coming up next, we've got YouTube sensation and singer Red. Red's videos on YouTube regularly hit over 1 million views, and that is quite a feat. I know, because I've got videos on YouTube of my stand-up myself. They've got 267. 260 of those are just my mum showing my nan. So that shows you how difficult it is to generate those sort of numbers. Please welcome, in your lounge, it's Red.
Hi everyone, my name is Red. I'm going to be singing one of the songs off of my upcoming EP, but most importantly today we are raising money for the zoo. So please make sure to donate, please share the link below with all your friends and family, and let's raise as much money as we can.
You're in my ear every hour, every day. I can't help but say your name. How you play so innocent. You're the cure I need. I've been waiting patiently. Don't wanna hide and seek. I wanna be your everything. My mind is split in two. I can spend the whole day with you, but baby, if I do, riding like a wave in the ocean, put my body in a slow motion. I don't wanna risk my emotions. Don't get in my head, get in my bed. Let's keep it real, don't have to rush. Got all this time, come in between, don't be a tease. We got all night, say what you want. Oh my God, give it up, give me all that you got. Take it up, take it up, like you want my body, like you want my body, like you want my body. Midnight feels, I can taste it in the air. Not the same when you're not there. End of the week, baby, just come round. Weak in the knees and I need it now, need it now. I don't want you to leave. Wanna see what's underneath. Oh, let's keep it real, don't have to rush. Got all this time, come in between, don't be a tease. We got all night, so say what you want. Oh my God, give it up, give me all that you got. Take it up, like you want my body, like you want my body, like you want my body. Dirty talk, like you want my body. My mind is split in two. I can spend the whole day with you, but baby, if I do, riding like a wave in the ocean, put my body in a slow motion. I don't wanna risk my emotions. Don't get in my head, get in my bed. Don't have to rush. All this time, come in between. We got all night, so say what you want. Oh my God, give it up, give me all that you got. Take it up, oh, like you want my body, like you want my body. Hey, hey, yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks very much to the incredible Red. We've got loads more music coming up on the programme, some from Darren Jones and from Emily Frith as well. But in the meantime, let's find out a little more about some of the babies here at Colchester Zoo. Just because of the pandemic we're in at the moment, it doesn't mean that the animals here aren't still naturally producing some offspring. So let's send the awesome Rachel Beauchamp out to meet some of those little tiny zoo babies.
Hi there, I'm Rachel and I'm here at Colchester Zoo meeting the babies, and this is a rhino. Hi pal, how are you? What's his name?
He hasn't got a name yet.
Oh, how do we come up with one?
We've done a competition, one of the ways we've looked at to raise money, so we've asked people to donate and vote for their favourite name, so we're just waiting to announce the winner in the next week or so.
Oh, brilliant. So you're going to do that on social media?
Yes, yeah.
Ah,
yeah.
great stuff. And this is Mum?
So this is Mum Astrid, and she's a first-time mum, so this is her first calf.
Oh,
and
wow.
She's been amazing. As you can see, she's really relaxed, and he's doing brilliantly.
You are a cutie. How long's Mum pregnant for?
Literally 16 months.
So by the time 9 months was bad enough.
By the time we find out, we have a whole nother year to wait before baby's born. So it's quite a long wait, but
Is
worth
it uncomfortable, like a human pregnancy?
Yeah, literally in the last kind of month, we see them getting really fed up. They get a bit grouchy. They can't sleep properly. All the kind of same sort of things, really. Yeah, it's really obvious.
Oh, bless. And they only have one, or can they have?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're
get any
pretty
more
big,
in
aren't
there.
you, pal? But looks really baby-y in the face.
Yeah, he's literally only 6 weeks old, so he's still really, real baby, real babyish.
You are super cute. And how many other babies are there at the zoo at the moment?
We had cheetah cubs, we had another rhino, we had a pygmy hippo, we had an aardvark, we had spider, we had literally babies everywhere. But of course the sad thing was everyone was missing them because no one was able to come and visit us.
You're my new friend. What else should we go and see?
So we've got our cheetah cubs, which was again a huge achievement for us because we haven't had cheetah cubs for probably 10 years at Colchester Zoo.
Again, naturally?
Naturally, yeah. First time mum again, and 4 babies doing really, really well. But again, they're much bigger now, but yeah, we should go and check to see how they're doing as well.
How cute was that rhino? It's like someone had shaved a dog. Rachel will be back on the programme later on looking at more of the zoo babies, so stick around for that. Right now, though, an incredible musician, someone who I've had the pleasure of working with and have seen live many times. He's also provided loads of the instrumental bits that you've heard throughout the programme, and now he's going to play an original song for you now. His name is Darren Jones.
Lately I don't feel like speaking. I'm just happy to stay away. Lately I don't feel like talking. I'm just happy to fade away. I can't find anything to put anything in place. I got nothing but this hole in my life, just a massive space. I forget everything when I close my eyes. Yes, imagining you saying to me, tomorrow you're gonna rise. It's gonna be a better day. It's gonna be a better day. Lately I don't feel like cooking. I'm just happy to waste away. Lately I don't feel like feeling. I'm just happy to stay away. I can't find anything to put anything in place. I got nothing but this hole in my life, just a massive space. I forget everything when I close my eyes. Yes, imagining you saying to me, tomorrow you're gonna rise. It's gonna be a better day. It's gonna be a better day. Oh, a better day. I'm hoping for a better day. To put nothing in place. I got nothing but it's holding my life, just a massive space. I forget everything when I close my eyes. it's gonna be a better day. It's gonna be a better day. It's gonna be a better day. You know it's gonna be a better day. Yes, yes, yeah. Thank you. Hello, I'm Darren Jones. Please help us help the zoo and give as much as you can. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Charlie King and I'm here just to repeat this message that Colchester Zoo needs you and it needs me and it needs this message spread urgently. The zoo requires £20,000 a day to run and look after the animals, and obviously with everything that's happened over this last year, that money is just not there right now. So if you can do one thing today, I ask you to donate, to give generously, so these animals and the facilities can all be looked after, so when we can go and all enjoy it again, it will be just a fantastic time that we can all say we all pulled in together and we did it. So please, 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 donate today.
As you can see, there's some really incredible things going on here at the zoo, but it's not just about the work they do right here, is it, John?
No, of course not. Incredible things happen at this site, but also there's amazing things going on all around the world, helped by the zoo's charity. And to tell us a little bit more about that, let's hand over to Rebecca Moore.
Rebecca Moore! Hi, Rebecca.
Hiya.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Good, yeah, very well, thanks. Thanks for talking to us, really appreciate it. Just tell us first of all what your role is.
So my role at Colchester Zoo is to work with the conservation programmes all the way around the world, but also with the research and education programmes that we have here at the zoo as well.
Amazing. Tell us a little bit about those.
So each day we have thousands of school children that might come into the park. Over the course of a year is over 30,000.
Wow.
And so it's not just visitors that aren't coming in.
30,000 kids.
Imagine that. So the zookeepers are wrangling children as well as animals. That must be terrifying.
So it's not just the zoo visitors that are coming in or that we miss, it's the zoo school children as well. So they're not coming in for their education sessions with the education team, and they're, most importantly, not coming in to learn about the animals either, to further their understanding and their knowledge of what we have going on here at the zoo. And it's not just children from primary age, but it's all the way up to the universities as well. So we have a lot of universities that come in and learn about the animals or study them. And again, they're not able to come onto the site.
Wow, yeah, so I guess they must be really, you must be missing that side of it as well, not being able to teach people, not being able to sort of bring them into the zoo community, as it were, I suppose.
Yes, certainly. A lot of the university side, it's gone online. So I've spent a lot of my time now filming animals, but from the student point of view, it's not the same, is it, than coming to see them in person.
I also think, I was quite surprised to hear about all the work that you do, not just outside the zoo, but all over the world. There's all the money that comes into the zoo. Some of that is spread around some incredible projects globally, right?
Yes, sure. So we have a charitable arm called Action for the Wild, and it's been a charity now since 2004. And it's using donations from our visitors and money that we raise at the zoo to support conservation projects all the way around the world. So each year we can have up to 20 different projects, and they can be from species as small as a little brown moth all the way up to Amur leopards, African elephants, a whole host of species, so that our animals here at the zoo can be ambassadors for those animals out in the wild as well.
Wow, so when people are coming to the zoo, they're not just funding all the incredible stuff that's going on here, it's also working on other projects as well?
Yep, so all the way around the world. So we actually have our own project based out in South Africa as well, called the Mfafa Private Nature Reserve. And we have a whole team working there. And each year we get a whole number of interns that go out, so placement students really. We've had over 300 go to date. Wow. And again, we can't fly to South Africa, we can't go out there. So all of the projects there have been really lessened. They've been toned down in expenditure, but also in their activities as well. So it's still going on, but at a lot lower rate than what we would like normally.
Yeah, of course. What a shame. So it's super important, obviously, that we get as many donations and stuff in as we can to not only help the site where we're very fortunate to be today here at Colchester Zoo, but also those incredible projects, the Umfarfar Private Nature Reserve.
That's right.
That's a great word, that, isn't it? Thank you so much for coming on and speaking to us and for all the work you're doing as well, Rebecca. Thank you.
And thank you too.
As you can see, the money that you are donating very kindly tonight is not just going here in Colchester, but it's going all over the world. It spreads far and wide, so please do use the information on the screen now and donate. It's an incredible cause. Rebecca Moore, everyone. Thank you.
Hi guys, I'm Lydia Lucy and I'm just sending a little video message to say please, please, please can you do as much as you can so we can keep Colchester Zoo open. Please send any little funds or any little donations that you can. They would really appreciate it. Thank you.
We would love for you to donate if you haven't done already. Just head over to gofundme.com/zoo2u. Now it's time for us to head over to Danny John Jules. You might know him as the cat from Red Dwarf. Well, he's going to be finding out a little more about the big cats right here at Colchester Zoo.
Hi, my name is Danny John Jules. I play the cat and I'm at Colchester Zoo to go and see some cats. And we're going to try and raise some money to keep them fed. No matter where you go and you see a cat, though they're so scary, they do make you feel relaxed. They are a contradiction, cats. Hello. You see? How old are these guys now?
So we've got two lions here. We've got Bailey, our male, who is 15, and then we've got Naja, our female, who is 16.
So when I first came to the zoo, these guys would have literally been kiddies, because my kids came with us and they were in pushchairs.
Oh yeah.
So they've grown up together with the cats.
Oh, that's lovely.
And look, Naja's kind of calmed down. At first it was a little bit jittery, but they don't like sort of new noises, do they?
Yeah, and obviously we have been closed for a few weeks
Yeah.
now, so it has been a lot quieter.
So
and
I've always found with cats you got to bring your voice down there because that's where they purr. Isn't that right, Naja? See? Look, it looks like, imagine when we did that ride to Valencia, that's what I looked like.
In the print?
In the print.
Yeah, well, that was a long time ago. Probably about the last time we visited the zoo, which was well for you being here.
We literally came to the zoo and then we all went off to Valencia for that charity ride.
There's a lot of memories here, especially for me as a child going here to the zoo and bring a mine.
There's even memories for me. I mean, remember that we came to that Halloween do. I've never seen so many cars in a car park trying to get in and out. I mean, I thought, what? This was like a football match in here. And to see it empty like this now is kind of scary.
Well, it is. I mean, walking around here with no people about today, it's a strange feeling. I mean, it's a luxury to walk around here and see the animals, you know, but it's not with people not coming in the door and the zoo, you know, not making the money to survive
and
here.
Also the kids, you know, because where else can a kid go, get fresh air, exercise, educate themselves, you know, have fun, and I mean, they can do anything.
Yeah,
here.
I mean, it's a fun place. Our kids have had parties here, and lots of our, you know, families we know.
Hey, our fella.
You're not taking them.
Oh, they're so gentle, as you say.
If you want to see
My
how
God.
tall an emerged tiger cub is, grab a piece of food each,
Yeah.
stand up for me, hold your food up about this height.
Oh, mate, how's that?
This one doesn't want to come up.
They're so gentle. Hold on, big boy, you come up there. I want to see you. Dude, big boy, look. Now, come on, you get up there, mate. No, he doesn't want to.
Mum's coming and joining the action as well right now.
There you are. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Look at this
yeah.
one. Oh, here comes
Mummy.
Mum.
Here you are. Mummy's got to have a nice big bit of meat. Mummy can't even get in here, Mummy. Up we go,
This
Mummy.
one's got a little bit
Come on,
back.
Mummy, you
That's
can
it.
get higher than that. Oh, yes, Mummy. As they say in Jamaica, mummy.
This one.
Look at that. That to me is spectacular.
It's a special place, and it needs to keep going, and needs the help from people to keep the place going.
Now, do you reckon the people of Colchester know this? And if they don't, this will help.
Yeah, hopefully
to get them to put their hands in their pockets
Exactly.
and support this place like it supported them pretty
Yeah.
much. It's
Yeah,
looked
I mean,
after their kids for decades now.
It's an important place for Colchester.
And that was The Cat feeding a cat. What a time to be alive. Danny John Jules. I was a massive fan of Red Dwarf and what a lovely guy as well. Coming up next is Essex boy and X Factor finalist Matt Linen. He needs a little introduction, very popular lad. Here he is for you now doing a song. It's Matt Linen.
A broken man without no one to war with, a shadow of a heart. It holds on to the memories that were made, the people that were saved with love. Been here before and it hurts like the first time. No one can save me from the dark down here with you. Oh, you hold me in your hand. I hear you from the land above. Why did you have to leave? My broken heart will never be the same again. The same again, no, no. Did you have to leave? My broken heart will never be the same again, no, no. But love lives on. All the riches in the world could not pay for. Someone like you have much more in your weight in gold. What I do to have you here, I die instead, my dear, that's love. Why did you have to leave? My broken heart will never be the same again. The same again, no, no. Did you have to leave? My broken heart will never be the same again, no, no. But love lives on and on. Love lives on and on and on. Love lives on and on. Love lives on and on and on. Love lives on and on. Love lives on and 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 on. Why did you have to leave? My broken heart will never be the same again. The same again, no, no. Did you have to leave? My broken heart will never be the same again, no, no. But love this song.
Thank you. I'm Matt Linen. Please help us help the zoo. Thanks.
Thanks very much to Matt Linen. Now it's time for us to check back in with Rachel Beauchamp and find out a little more about some of those zoo babies.
So we've found some more babies. These are the cheetahs. What's some interesting facts about cheetahs, other than that they love that?
Yes, they like to play at this age, certainly. They are, of course, the fastest land mammals, so they're incredibly fast runners, as I'm sure most people know. And these guys were born early in the year to see their mum. And as you can see, are doing really well and got so big.
How old are these ones?
So they were born in April. So they're getting on.
You're getting on a bit.
Still got their fluffiness, but yeah, we're really pleased. We haven't had cheetah cubs born at Colchester for so long, and these guys have been amazing. They've done really, really well.
So they're a litter of 4?
Yeah, she did have 5 right at the beginning, which is a huge litter. Unfortunately, we did lose one within the first few weeks, but that's not particularly unusual. But these guys have just gone from strength to strength.
That's a funny noise.
You've got a lot to say, haven't you?
Is that how they continue to talk? Or is
Yeah,
that just a
they've got,
noise?
cheetah do very different noises to a lot of the other big cats. So it's lots of chirrups and chirps and sort of high-pitched noises.
Rather than roars.
And that's them communicating with each other.
Oh, wow.
And Mum will make that noise when she wants to call them over as well.
So are they on, like, do they eat meat now, or are they still feeding from mum?
No, they weaned quite quickly and started to eat meat within the first few months, and now pretty much just eat meet every single day quite happily, but are still very much attached to mum. And they'll be with us for probably another year before they leave.
Before they leave, where are they going to go?
So they'll go to other zoos, hopefully be paired up with other males and females.
Oh, do
and
the zoos do that?
Yeah. So we'll be told where to send them, and then hopefully they'll go on to have babies of their own.
Okay, will you not keep any of them? Do you not get attached and want to keep them all?
Yeah, I think that is one of the hard parts, is we all do get really attached to them, but we know it's the bigger picture, it's for the benefit of the species, so
and they'd go off in their merry way, they're not like humans, are they?
They won't want to stay with mum too much longer, she'll be fed up with them by a year as well, so.
Yeah, I've got some questions from some children. So I've got a question from Violet, aged 4, and she wants to know if they're born with as many spots as they've got in adulthood. So were they born with a coat as they...
Yes, they are. So the colourings they have now are what they're born with. But when they're born, they're really, really fluffy, so it's quite hard to see their markings. And gradually, as they get older, they lose that fluff, and then you can see them a bit more defined. But yeah, what they've got now is what they were born with.
And they're all individual, aren't they?
Yeah, completely different. So yeah, no two are alike.
So is that how you tell the difference?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, what else have we got? We've got Lola, age 4 from Leon C. She wants to know what the babies do all day.
Well, like every, even human babies, they sleep a lot, they eat a lot, and they play a lot.
Okay. Like my kids. And lick each other.
They love to play.
Cute. Do they fight?
Yeah, they play fight, they charge around, tire their mum out.
What else have we got? Do they kill things to eat? That was Jude from Eastwood. He wants to know if they kill things or if you...
Yeah, so in the wild, obviously, they'd have to catch and kill their own food. In a zoo setting, no, we don't feed them live animals. We feed them meat that's already been brought in, and we prepare it and give it to them.
But then to keep them active, you hide things?
Yeah, so we do lots of different things. We put it in bags and boxes, so it makes it harder. We hang it up on trees, so they have to jump up and catch it. And so we kind of mimic the ideas of catching
and I saw some
an animal.
perfume earlier. Yeah, what was that for?
Yeah, so we do different enrichment things to keep them entertained and interested. The tigers in particular love perfume because they just love the different smells. And Igor, our male, is a particular fan of Tommy Girl.
Oh. That was a favourite of mine when I was a girl myself.
Yeah, so anyone got any spare Tommy Girl going, they'd like to donate to Igor.
I haven't got any anymore, I've run out. I'm not into that. Can you see that? Oh my God!
You just got told off.
Would he eat me?
No.
You won't eat me. Are we friends? I don't know. I'm a little bit scared, but you are cute. But I'm glad that fence is there. Thank you so much for taking me to see all the babies. You guys are super cute. That's it from us and the babies, I think.
Oh, babies. Baby animals.
They're even cuter when they're small.
They are, yeah.
Science.
Still a little mildly terrifying though. Yeah. But we're joined in the studio now by the two people who are with those animals. We've got Sarah and Rachel.
Hello, welcome. Thanks so much for joining us. So you have been meeting some of the baby animals. How was that, Rachel?
I have. They were pretty scary. they were quite terrifying, even though they were babies, but super cute. Especially the rhino.
Yeah, Rhino's definitely a bit of a favourite, definitely. He likes a tickle.
Yeah, we liked him.
That rhino was just like a bald dog, wasn't it? Like a little puppet. That's so cute. So Rachel, first of all, what was your favourite baby animal that you've met over the last
Definitely the rhino. You sold me with the rhinos. I didn't think I'd...
I told you, as soon as you meet baby rhino in particular, that's it. You're sold
it's
forever.
lovely. Have you named him yet?
No, we should be down to the last few days for the naming competition, and then we can start calling him his name rather than just boy.
Of course,
or
will
rhino.
be Ross John. A combination of both of our names, which we're really pleased about. Rachel, you had a load of questions that you sort of wanted to ask, and a lot of these come from kids. Is that right?
Yeah. So we did a thing online where children sent in their questions. And I've got a few, I did ask you a few of them, but I've got a few more to ask, if that's all right with you.
Yeah.
So, I've got one from Daisy, age 9, and she wants to know, what is a hybrid tiger?
Oh, wow, that's a really good question.
It's an electric one.
Uses gas and... there are lots of different subspecies of tiger. So probably the ones we've got at Colchester called Amur tigers, or used to be Siberian.
And then I guess another one that's quite well known is the Bengal tiger. So if they breed together, which they shouldn't do because they are separate subspecies, they become a hybrid. Now the problem with a hybrid tiger is if it was ever released back to the wild, because its genetics have been mixed with a tiger from the wrong area, it might not survive as well.
So that's why you couldn't breed the tiger here and you had to pull in another lady?
Yes, because Anushka unfortunately is a mix between a Sumatran tiger and an Amur tiger. So we want to make sure the genetics are very, very clean and that they are the right animals breeding with the right animals. So, yeah.
Wow, incredible. I thought a tiger was a tiger. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
I've learnt something.
Unless it's a lion.
Okay, we've got Jacob, age 5. He wants to know, when can he come back to the zoo?
Well, we're really, really excited to say that we will be opening on the 2nd of December. So tickets go on sale very soon. So get online and get buying tickets, and please do come and see us.
Great stuff. And finally, Max, age 3, wants to know if he can run faster than a hippo.
Well, although hippos do spend most of their time in water, they do actually run surprisingly fast. So I would say no. He definitely can't run faster than a hippo. And I wouldn't recommend trying to outrun one either if it's chasing you.
At 3 years old, I mean, if he can outrun a hippo at 3 years old, I'd be very, very impressed.
That's fair play, isn't it?
Pretty good, yeah.
And I quite like this situation as well, getting kids to ask all the questions. We could just go out, mate. I've got one question for you before you go. I know you're not allowed to have favourites, but what's your favourite?
It is the rhinos, actually. They, I think they're kind of the underdogs. Nobody thinks they're quite as affectionate as what they are. Nobody realises they've
like
got
dogs,
such
aren't
amazing personalities. And even an adult one wants to come over and say hi, and you can have, like, you know, a really close sort of relationship with them. They're amazing.
And obviously the closest that we'll ever get to a real life unicorn in the flesh.
Yes, chubby unicorn is also what they're known as.
That's the technical term, yeah? Listen, the pair of you, thank you so much, particularly to Sarah for your hospitality and for having us and for all the great work that you're doing here. Thanks for coming on. Cheers. Thanks.
Hey guys, I'm Joey from BBC's You Are What You Wear, and this is my dog Buddy. So we're here to tell you that Colchester Zoo needs your help. 2020 has been really hard on most businesses, especially zoos, and the animals and the people that work within the zoo need your help. So please donate, please help, and keep Colchester Zoo in business. Buddy, I've got a joke for you, okay? So a man walks into a bar, followed by a giraffe. They get absolutely smashed. And as they're going out, the giraffe just falls over on the floor. The barman turns around to the man and says, "Excuse me, you can't leave that lying there." And the man turns around and says, "That ain't a lion, it's a giraffe."
And thanks to all of you for your incredible donations, which have been flooding in over the last little while. Do keep those coming in. If you haven't donated yet, please do so via the information on the screen. But now, probably the most important part of the day, we need to find out if Liam has found his spirit animal yet.
Wherefore art thou, spirit animal? I need you in my life. Yes, I do. Ah, the cheeky ones. Here's the meerkats. Maybe I can get a little connection with these lot. Hello. So we've all heard and seen the adverts, right? Compare the meerkat.com and all that. I personally don't feel a connection here with these buddies of mine, but I could find them useful next year for some car insurance, but that's about it.
What a cute little animal. And the meerkats. A little earlier on, myself and the wonderful Ross McGrain set a challenge to some of the other radio DJs at Radio Essex. We challenged Chris and Scott to see if they could beat us in some of the tasks that the wonderful folks here at the zoo do day in and day out. So let's head over to the Radio Essex challenge.
So this is your first challenge.
Okay.
So as a zookeeper, a lot of people don't realise, but you do clean a lot of windows. So we've got some lovely muddy windows to clean. You've got 4 windows per team. Whoever finishes their 4 first wins the challenge.
Okay.
And then of course it's got to be done well, so I will have to judge it as well.
That's pigs in there, aren't there?
Yeah, I'm not going to make you go in the enclosure with them today. It's the outside windows, but we'll set you up. We're going in with some animals next.
Just wanted to clarify that whatever that is on the window hasn't come out of them.
I'm not at liberty to say what they've used to make them dirty.
Brilliant. Well, there's handprints there, so I don't think it, no.
It's all part of being a zookeeper.
Okay, brilliant. Bring it on.
So what I'd suggest is one of you uses the broom to clean, and then the other one uses the squidgy to get them all nice and sparkly afterwards.
You're going to go broom, I'm going to go squidgy.
Yeah, the first time Scott's ever got his hands dirty.
Brilliant.
Okay, both teams ready?
Ready?
On 3, 2, 1, go!
You use rock scissors.
Okay, yeah, they've sort of
Oh,
got the
you can do the
technique
broom.
of the
Right, that's
brooms.
more
Oh, these
poo
guys haven't
scrubbing.
started yet.
Yeah, of course you did. Got to put in the water, otherwise it won't get... It just doesn't
Oh,
work.
they've broken the equipment. Oh dear, this could take a lot longer than I was expecting.
This is really tough.
There's not much water being used over there. That could be quite messy.
How does this work?
Right, yeah, I shoved it. The bucket's not big enough.
Now using the wrong side of the broom.
This is actually quite therapeutic.
What do you mean therapeutic? I'm covered in...
I'm not convinced about zookeeper...
covered in Ofcom regulated words.
Zookeeper standards here.
Yeah, this is lots of mud.
I'll get the windows wet, you do that bit, yeah?
They're moving on, John.
What do you mean they're moving? Don't worry
Okay, we're
about
kind
that.
of catching
Stop
up
arguing,
now,
boys.
so we're almost square.
Oh, you soaked me. Sorry. More water.
Well, some interesting techniques happening.
Oh, they've got a bigger bucket than us.
Okay, you're both on your last window. So whoever finishes this window gets onto the next one.
Absolutely cold. I'm sorry.
We have a winner.
Who is it?
Drive time.
Yay! Boom!
Time challenge. But we've got to do the judging still. Okay, so let's have a look at these windows.
Filthy.
Now, I'd just like to state
I could
that
feel an excuse
the
already.
bucket didn't fit my broom in very well. So
However,
a bad
take that
workman
into
blames his
consideration.
but the removal of mud is pretty good.
Thank
What's
you.
not quite so great is the smears, which is generally down to the squidgying.
No, I just think that this, when I did it, it's got I think it's got some defects that's causing...
It's always the tools. It's always the tools.
I mean, can I just try
Yeah,
point
this
out
one,
This is atrocious.
Yeah, this
You
is
just-
not
that's
quite
your-
so good at the top
That's your
there.
finger mark. Get your fingers off it.
This is atrocious.
There's been a little less consideration into the cleaning on this one, and this one is
It looks like they
kind
just
of
gave
the
up here.
worst.
They've just given up now.
So yeah, some issues definitely there. Some issues.
What's going on?
Oh, that's
We've
yours.
got this in the bag. Look at that.
That's yours.
Not a chance. Look at that. That's clean.
Well, actually, with this one,
Oh.
it looks like the cleaning is not quite as good because I've got a lot
Right.
of mud still on it, but the squidgying I think is better.
So much
Yeah.
better.
What's the good of a squeegee if you're going to smear mud all over it?
I'll be honest, I think in terms of the standards of cleaning, we're probably equal.
I think so.
But because the drive guys finish sooner, they win
Yeah.
the challenge.
Well,
So guys, this time I've got you in the enclosures of the animals, and what I would like you to do is you've got one side each, and I want the enclosure to be cleaned. And we're going to set you a time limit of 2 minutes, and the expectation is that all of this debris on the tiles will be collected up and put into the green buckets,
And once all the stuff is off the floor, you've got some water to wash it down with, and then the squidgy to just get rid of the water into the drains. We've got 2 zookeepers on hand here, just to help you if there's any problems with the tortoises coming over and harassing you, or if you get stuck. But basically, this should be lovely and clear, this tile, and all nice and tidy, ready for the tortoises to enjoy the rest of their day. So normally this takes around about an hour and a half for the keepers to do, make sure it's perfect, but we are only going to give you 2 minutes, starting from now.
Let's go. Sorry, mate. You did this, aren't you proud?
Massive tortoise in the way now.
Oh, careful of the Ross and John Lurch.
Sorry, mate. Get the grass in the bucket.
Is this all got to go? It's not going to fit in that bucket.
Go on, get in there.
Stitched up at the back.
Chuck it over their side, John.
No, don't chuck it over our side. Yeah, I've got that.
Oh, I think there's some cheating going on.
You didn't say nothing.
45 seconds left to go.
Right, that's plenty of time. Right, put it up and hard and we can then go water. That's it, I'll do that. You go water. A little bit here.
Ready for a bit of a splash?
Water.
Down here.
Squeegee.
Don't knock the bucket over, that's cheating. No. Count twice, it's a round of 5.
Okay, we've got 10 seconds left.
I touched it with my hands.
Oh, the squeegee's broke again. The squeegee's are rubbish. Look at that.
And that is 2
Oh,
minutes.
Nothing. I didn't do nothing.
Did you see that?
Right, what do we think, Liam? How are they done in here?
Hold on a minute, Liam. Can I just to clarify, look how much hay we had to tidy up.
We had a lot as well.
They did manage to get the water on the messiest parts. Right, I actually think it is the weekend breakfast.
Yes! Socially distanced high five.
Yes!
Tell you what, it's been an amazing day. Really enjoyed it. And it was a draw, so it was all evenly shared out. But seriously, the work the guys do here is incredible. It costs so much money every day to feed these animals, because even though we're not here, we can't come here because of COVID, the animals still need feeding, they still need cleaning out, and we've had a little experience of how that works. So if you can donate, it'd be amazing. Thoroughly amazing day here today.
As Chris said, it actually costs nearly £20,000 every day to keep this place running. That's without people coming through the doors. So they really do need your help. So I've had an amazing day, and make sure you donate. Cheers, guys.
Surprising how similar to Scott and Chris these guys are, isn't it? Although it was a draw today with the 2 challenges, I do feel like we were cheated a little bit. I feel like the only reason it ended up being a draw is, to help Chris's ego along a little bit, maybe. And Scott.
I think they did a really good job. And speaking of which, we'd love for you guys to do a great job and to help the zoo out by donating. Of course, just because they can't have visitors at the moment, it doesn't mean that the animals here don't still need your help and support. Even without the public here, the zoo still needs to feed and look after all these wonderful animals, and they can't do that without a little bit of support from you guys.
We've had an incredible time here today, and it's been really sort of humbling seeing the zookeepers and all the work that they put in. These animals, there's 1,500 animals in this zoo, and they need feeding 4 to 5 times a day. So you can imagine how much money that costs. So look, we hope you've enjoyed what you've seen here, and we hope that you do dig deep and donate to what is an incredible cause.
Hi, I'm Brian Deere, former West Ham centre forward. I'm just asking you to donate for the Colchester Zoo. I remember taking my children there when they were young, and my grandchildren. So help is on the way for them, because it's been a tough time for them. So as I said, keep donating your money and keep safe yourselves.
What a night it's been so far, and it's not over yet. We've still got music to come from Emily Frith. We've got Lee Mead meeting some lemurs. But first, it's time to meet a very good friend of mine, comedian and Britain's Got Talent 2019 semi-finalist. It's Graham Matthews.
Hey everyone, lovely to be here at Colchester Zoo. My name is Graham Matthews, aka Bam Bam. It's brilliant to be invited along here today to help out with the fundraising for the zoo. I actually used to work at a zoo. I used to pick up the animal poo. I didn't give any training. I just picked it up as I went along. Hey, we're in. So I'm going to do a bit of magic for you today and try and make you laugh, which is going to be a bit difficult because I haven't got sort of a full audience at the moment, so might be quite quiet on the punchlines, but I'll be honest, I'm quite used to that. So, ladies and gentlemen, before I perform my first magic trick, well, more of a miracle than a magic trick, to be honest, before I do my first miracle, I would just like to point out... Brilliant, we got that out of the way. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm now going to perform a magic trick that, honestly, is so amazing. Sometimes when I do it, the audiences forget to clap. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a trick called torn and restored paper. My great uncle Steve taught me this. He's a brilliant magician. He couldn't pull a rabbit out of a hat, but he could pull a hair out of his bottom. This, ladies and gentlemen, is torn and restored paper, featuring my own choreography. We haven't got any music today because of copyright issues, so I'm just going to sort of hum along and bang the bongo. Torn and restored paper. It's a kind of magic. It's a kind of magic. Got a German Shepherd lives next door to me. Every morning does a poo on my front garden. This morning he brought his dog with him. Now, ladies and gentlemen, torn and restored paper. Here. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you so much. I'll tell you what, it's good to be out of the house. I've got so fat. First lockdown, I got proper fat, like really fat. Like when I drop things, I just look down and think, did I really need that, you know? Second lockdown, right? More recently, I've actually started losing weight since you had to wear masks around supermarkets, because before that, I used to do 3 sausage rolls around Tesco, but now with a mask, can't eat anymore. So, yeah. Anyway, for my next miracle, ladies and gentlemen, I'm actually going to get someone to be my assistant. Now, last year, I was on a TV programme called Britain's Got Talent. Didn't win it, didn't have a dog or an army uniform, but... not bitter either. But in my audition... I did a magic trick with Amanda Holden, very glamorous lady, was my assistant. So we've looked around the zoo today to find one of the zookeepers that we thought was probably the most glamorous and most similar to Amanda Holden. So, Chris, could you join me on the stage? Big cheer for Chris, everybody. Here he is. So Chris is one of the zookeepers here at Colchester Zoo, is that correct?
I am, yeah.
Fantastic. Chris, you do know the barber's open back up again in September? Cool. Right now, so this is Chris. Chris can be my assistant today. As well as magic, I've got a real talent most people don't know. I can tell what cologne people are wearing from standing 2 metres or 1.5 metres away. So I can tell whether they're wearing Paco Rabanne or Cool Waters or something like that. So I'm just going to... Panda poo. Brilliant. Now, ladies and gentlemen... me and Chris are going to do some magic. Now, Chris, have you ever done magic before?
Not for a long time.
Brilliant. Try not to cock it up then. So, ladies and gentlemen, over here, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Chris. I'm going to show you something. It's amazing, this. Not really a magic trick, more of a miracle. So, ladies and gentlemen, here I have a piece of paper. I'm going to fold this piece of paper into a round ball. Paper folding is also called oregano. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm now going to use this piece of paper and this lighter I bought from the pound shop, ladies and gentlemen. So, whoa. Now... all the crew that are wearing Primark are worried now with the naked flame. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to turn this piece of paper into a round ball. Now, some people are not that amazed by this first bit of the trick, Chris, but the second bit will blow their minds. Here we go. Now. Yeah. OK, now, Chris. Chris, the next bit's the good bit. I'm going to put it in my pocket, Chris. Using the power of magic, I'm going to pass it from my pocket to your pocket. Chris, can you check your left-hand trouser pocket and tell the ladies and gentlemen watching us at home on FaceTube and Twitter book whether the red ball's in your pocket?
Is it shrunk as well?
Oh, Chris is doing jokes, everyone. Now, is he in there, Chris?
Nothing.
No, but imagine if I could have done that. Magic. Now, Chris and I will now perform the same magic trick that I did on telly with Amanda Holden. Now, Chris, we'll do a quick intelligence test. Sorry, could you stand just there, mate, on the trapdoor? Thank you. Now, we'll do a quick intelligence test, Chris. 2, 4, 6 or 13. What's the odd number out?
13.
No, it's 6. All the others come with rice. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tip some water in this cup, and I'm going to tip some water in that cup. A bit more in that cup. And a bit more in that cup. And now, Chris, what we're going to do, mate, sorry, I'm rushing through this. We haven't got long here. Right, now, what we're going to do is I'm going to put that on my head like that. Chris, could you put that on your head like that for me? Thank you very much. Now, Chris, we're going to do the magic water dance. We're not going to have any music because of copyright issues on FaceTube or whatever it's called. Right, now, here we go. So I'm going to do a dance first, Chris, then you're going to do a dance. You just face that way, Chris, all right? Not nervous, are you, mate?
Not at all, no.
Brilliant,
no, it's
cool.
fine.
OK, lovely, professional, I like it. Now, here we go. This is the dance. You go right foot, left foot, left foot. You turn around, you face that way, you bend your knees 3 times, and then you wiggle your bottom 3 times like that. You can be as sexy as you want here, Chris. Now, Chris, that'll make the water disappear. Off you go. Right foot, left foot. Turn around, face the back, 3 knee bends, 3 bottom wiggles. Brilliant. Lovely. Turn back around, Chris. Give me a big cheer, everyone. Chris from Colchester Zoo. Now, Chris, tell everyone watching at home and tell the crew, does your cup feel lighter?
Not really, Graham, no.
It's a problem, that, mate, isn't it? I'll tip mine over first. 3, 2, 1, yeah! Trust the magic, Chris, trust the magic. Go for it. 3, 2, 1. Give him a big clap and a cheer. Look at that, wow. Chris, you're amazing. You can leave, Chris, you've done it. Big cheer for Chris, everybody. Now, after I performed that trick on telly, loads of people said on the tinternet that they thought it weren't real magic. Some people thought I swapped the cups over. Some people thought I tipped the water on the floor. But I just want to show you, right now, wherever you are in the world watching this, if you really believe in magic, anything can happen. I'm going to tip more water in the cup like that. And now I need everyone to stare at the cup and concentrate. Even watching at home, stare at the cup and concentrate. Crew, gang, everyone stare at the cup and concentrate. And if everyone stares and everyone concentrates, the water will disappear. This is called evaporation. It takes 2 to 3 days. Or maybe it's just magic. Magic! We've had a laugh, I hope. Please remember, this whole thing is to raise money for a really good cause. I feel like a low-budget Lenny Emery saying this, right? But we are trying to raise money for Colchester Zoo. They need to feed the animals. This whole situation has been really hard on entertainment and leisure. I mean, I'm in loads of debt. Just this morning, Bob Geldof rang up and said, Graham, do you want to put a concert on for you or something like that? It's really tough. But zoos particularly, like, as you can see, although I've lost all my gigs and shows, I am still managing to eat, right? But the animals need to hear. So please dig deep and donate to Colchester Zoo because this has been really super tough for them. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Graham Matthews. If you want to give me a follow, all my social media is @Essex Comedian because no one can spell Graham the way I spell it. Graeme. Yeah, no one would have guessed that, would they? So I basically changed it all. I thought, I wonder why I've only got 7 followers on Insta. I've been in it 8 years. So recently changed it to @Essex Comedian, up to 14 now. So if you want to give me a follow on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Friends Reunited, it's @Essex Comedian. Thank you very much. Good night.
And joining us right now in the studio is Graham Matthews himself.
Hello, guys. Hello, John. Hello, Ross.
Hello.
cameras.
How you doing, Graham? You good?
I'm all right, mate. Yourself?
Very well, thanks, mate. And thank you so much for coming on the programme as well. We really appreciate it.
You are more than welcome.
Obviously, you're busy at the moment, being an entertainer.
No, not really. Not really, to be honest. It's, a bit of a nightmare.
Obviously, it's been tough for everyone. Lockdown situation. What has it meant for you specifically?
I mean, from my industry, I mean, the reason we're doing this course is for Colchester Zoo because it's a real struggle. But I mean, entertainment industry and visitor attractions all sort of fall into the same category, really. It's been really tough. Yeah, everything I do is affected. I do stand-up comedy and magic. I do children's parties. And I also run a children's entertainment agency. So literally overnight, bang. And I think the biggest thing for me, and this is probably what attractions like Colchester Zoo have struggled with, it's the stop and the start and the rule changes and not knowing what you're going to be able to do. Because most people in entertainment and attractions and leisure have their sort of calendar planned out months, years in advance. I mean, in January, I could have told you everything I was doing pretty much up until the following January. And then in April, I couldn't have told you what I was going to be doing in May, June or July. You know, it was just all changed. But yeah, I mean, I meant to be today. I would have been starting panto rehearsals and not doing panto now. So yes, it's tricky.
Well, of course, last year was a big year for you as well, because you would have been riding that wave of...
Yeah, I had loads of stuff in this year, so like off the back of BGT. Probably some of it I won't do again, you know, a lot of stuff around the world and that. But a lot of stuff has moved, a lot of gigs and that have moved from this year to next year. But yeah, it's just, it was going to absolutely nothing, because it's lovely when people ask you to go and do big things and fly you around the world and stuff. But my constant has always been doing comedy clubs, doing gigs in pubs and doing children's parties in halls and things. And I never thought that even with all the nice stuff coming, I never thought I'd ever been in a situation where I couldn't do a birthday party in a village hall, you know.
Today you've done a gig to Lemurs, so...
I know, it's unbelievable, isn't it? It is.
Yeah, speaking of which, if people do want to see more of you, where are the best places for them to do that? Are you doing gigs and stuff like that online at the moment? Or?
Yeah, I'm doing some stuff virtually. On my Kids Entertainment page, Bam Bam Children's Entertainer, I try and keep up to date and do a few sort of Facebook Lives and things, but I'm doing lots of private kids parties virtually. I'm doing this Christmas, December actually, although most of my normal stuff's gone, I'm doing lots of things virtually that I would normally do in real life. So lots of clients that I've done things for before, having some birthday parties, and I'm also doing sort of brownies and Cubs things online and stuff. Everything's moved online. So yeah, look me up on the gram, on Facebook, on anywhere really.
This ain't about you, Graham. This is about the animals.
Yeah, I know.
What's your favourite animal?
Meerkat.
Meerkat.
Yeah.
Good choice. Why
Meerkat?
It's like the way they move, really.
Yeah, okay.
I haven't got a pet meerkat or anything.
And they'll get you a good deal on your car insurance as well.
They do. I've got pet guinea pigs at home, but I haven't got a meerkat.
Fair enough. Well, you know, there's a few out there, they won't even notice.
Obviously, we don't condone theft of any
animal,
animals.
Ross?
My favourite animal is probably a chit like monkeys. I like the monkeys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, apparently they're not like, you know, you can't just get in with them. That was my first question when I got to the zoo was, can I get in there with the monkeys? And they were like, they're not as friendly as you'd think they are.
Yeah.
Not like Michael Jackson Bubbles friendly.
2 monkeys in the bath, right? 2 monkeys in the bath. One monkey said to the other monkey, The other one said, it's too hot, put some cold water in.
Graham Matthews, thank you very much. Thank you, mate.
Hi guys, Anto Sharp here, and thank you so much for watching. And thank you also if you managed to make a donation already. If you haven't, there is a GoFundMe page on their website. It makes it super easy to make the donation, big or small. They're all really appreciated. At a time like this where Colchester Zoo is struggling and it needs us as a community to come together to really help it keep it alive, any donations are massively appreciated. With the 200 species that they have, it's costing them over £20,000 a day. That's like $500,000 a month. With most of the income usually coming through ticket sales, obviously the park's closed, so the ticket sales are pretty much non-existent. They're finding it really hard. So we need to help. This is our time to step in. So guys, please, if you can, help out, do the right thing, and stick a little donation straight in their basket. Thank you so much, guys, and have a lovely day.
For the final time on the programme, let's head over to Liam Holmes and see how he's getting on with his spirit animal journey. Please, 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 please.
Do you feel me searching for you? Maybe you're a grizzly bear. I'm sure there's something out there. Maybe you're a hyena. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoa, come to me now, my spirit animal. Whoa, oh, 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 my spirit animal. I found a spirit animal. Yes!
Oh, 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 my spirit animal.
Oh,
Liam Holmes!
come on!
Thank you. Thank you.
wonderful.
Is a sound system banger. That's what the kids say.
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. Very, very catchy. Thank you very much for joining us, Liam Holmes. How was your journey to find your spirit animal?
Interesting.
Yeah.
I kind of like looked up some like the process of actually discovering a spirit animal, and it was interesting because I understood that one of the main points was that when the animal comes to you in some form or another, then that's a big indication that that's your spirit animal.
So that, you're their spirit animal as much as they're your spirit animal.
Yes.
I love it. So there's hyenas out there with Liam Holmes as their spirit animal.
Yeah, apparently so. I'm not sure how I'm going to approach the Lion King movie when I see it again, because I might be a bit more of a fan of the hyenas. Go on, you could do it, son. You could do it. Come on, I got you.
There's not a hint of irony here. You were genuinely looking for that spirit animal, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. 100% I was. Yeah, I was genuinely interested.
Did you discover anything else on your journey around the zoo that you want to share with some of the wonderful viewers at home? Did you discover anything else about the animals or about how the zoo works that perhaps you didn't know before?
Yeah, of course. I mean, for one, the zoo is fascinating. Anyway, I mean, I was actually here probably a year and a half ago with family and had a great time. I know my family have got some annual passes for this place, so it's great. Obviously, they love it. And I believe that was like probably my first time ever, and I really enjoyed it. And it's amazing to be back here behind the scenes to see it all, exactly how it all works and how the animals are looked after and treated and how it all runs in a sense. And again, it's just amazing to see essentially what you'd be able to see around the world, but on your doorstep, essentially for us and stuff like that, for people in the area as well. It's just great, to be around and be able to see that. So it's cool. Definitely.
So you went through monkeys, meerkats, settled on the hyenas.
Yes, I mean, I feel because again, I was waiting for the animals to come to me. The meerkats were just like that. So they weren't really like focusing too much on me. They was like, "Who's this guy?" And the monkeys were fascinated. I don't know why, but they were fascinated. Maybe that could be a sign. And the hyenas were just like, every time I would start singing with the guitar, they would be like coming over to me, and it was like, wow, this is real. This is legit.
Connection. Real connection.
I felt the connection.
So, where are you going to keep your new hyena?
If I'm allowed to keep a hyena, I don't know if I can. I'll have to speak to one of the zoologists here. But I'd love to have a spirit animal in my back garden.
Well, unfortunately, you can't keep one and take it home. But what you can do is sponsor one. But you should definitely check out the Colchester Zoo website to find out how you too can sponsor an animal. Maybe
it's a great idea.
You could sponsor one, and now you know it's your spirit animal.
I will. That's a great idea.
Liam, when you're not looking for spirit animals around the zoo, you are, of course, a musician. Would you like to tell the people at home where they can see your stuff?
Yes, well, my official website is liamholmesonline.com. That's got pretty much everything about me. Singer, songwriter, musician, doing what I can in terms of helping out others as well for charities as well. And this is great to be a part of this, for this fundraising scheme. And I feel passionate about helping as much as I can. And just an honour to be here, really. It's fascinating to be behind the scenes. And but for me, if anyone wants to check me out, obviously just hit the website up, liamholmesonline.com, Facebook, Liam Holmes Official, etc. And Instagram, Holmes without the S, basically.
Love that.
That's well clever.
Anyway, so on and so forth. Liam Holmes on Twitter. That's enough of me, though. Go on, carry on.
Liam, thank you so much for coming on the programme. I really appreciate it. Give a round of applause to Liam Holmes.
Thank you.
And do remember, while you're watching all these bits, keep the donations coming in. The information is on the screen. Give it to him, John.
It is gofundme.com/zoo2u.
Time now for some more music. This next act is an exciting new artist. Her name is Emily Frith.
You once were treated like a toy, torn and left. The silence was noise in your head of the words he yelled at you, saying you're not enough. But baby, look at you, they tore you down and left you crying. Running to your mom was a plaster on the bullet wounds in your heart. They got bigger when he broke your heart and he pulled the trigger. Nothing's gonna hurt you like a words do. Nothing's gonna wound your heart like his breakup kiss. Nothing's gonna make you cry like her lies did. All the friends that left you out kept you rising, and now you're standing your ground. You can't be torn down, 'cause everything that hurt you made you better. And nothing lasts forever, and there's something you learned from your father when your friends left you out on the corner. You thought it was a game, you didn't know better, so you stood by the side when they made you cry. Nothing's gonna hurt you like a words do. Nothing's gonna wound your heart like his breakup kiss. Nothing's gonna make you cry like her lies did. All the friends that left you out kept you rising, and now you're standing your ground. You can't be torn down, 'cause everything that hurt you made you better. And though you feel pain some days, but your new friends are the best friends you've had. And the new rain comes on sunny days, but make sure your favorite flowers grow. Nothing's gonna hurt you like her words do. Nothing's gonna wound your heart like his breakup kiss. Ooh, nothing's gonna make you cry like her lies did. All the friends that left you out kept you rising, and now you're standing your ground. You can't be torn down, 'cause everything that hurt you made you better. Made you better. Oh, they made us better. Ooh.
Hey, I'm Emily Fred. Thank you so much for watching. The zoo needs our help, so give what you can.
That was Emily Frith, a name you're definitely going to be hearing a lot more of. Now, from a name you're going to be hearing more of to one you definitely know already. It is, of course, Lee Mead. A little earlier on this afternoon, Lee was in the lemur enclosure. And I think the lemurs took a shine to Lee. And if you take a shine to the lemurs, then you can adopt one. You can adopt any of the animals here at Colchester Zoo. Just head over to the Colchester Zoo website. In the meantime, let's see how Lee got on with those lemurs of his.
Hi everyone, Lee here. I'm at Colchester Zoo. I've been asked to come down today to meet some animals and try and raise money to get them fed because of lockdown the last few months. And I'm about to meet the lemurs, so come this way.
Hi.
Hello Sarah, you go.
Go and meet
This
these
is Sarah.
lemurs.
Here we go, it's my first time meeting lemurs, Sarah. So.
They can be a bit crazy,
Okay.
but they're lovely. Come on, you lot. Come on then.
And their diet, is it pretty much sort of vegetables and... Hello.
Yeah, a mixture of fruit and veg.
They're very friendly, aren't they?
Yeah, there's no social distancing
Hello.
in this enclosure.
I'm with Sarah and the lemurs, and they're very friendly.
Yes.
Very friendly. Lovely, actually. So, what kind of diet do they sort of go by then, is it?
These guys have a mixture of fruit and vegetables mainly, and also some specially developed pellet. As you can see, they're very friendly. We've got a lovely big group of them as well, but of course they do require quite a lot of care.
Yeah, I used to come here as a kid with mum and dad, like twice a year. And
So
then,
you know the zoo quite well then?
yeah, really well. And I've got a daughter Betsy, and we come like 2-3 times a year as well. So this is a real treat for me to come and see the animals up close as well. So Sarah, is there general like feeding time for the zoo each day for the lemurs and all the animals, or are they set times? Or?
It kind of really varies. We try not to have too many set times for the animals because obviously we want to keep it as natural as possible.
Yeah.
But as you can imagine, it's a huge task considering
Whoa.
the number of animals we've got at the zoo.
Yeah.
You know, even just these guys are fed maybe 3 to 4 times a day.
Really?
We try to scatter feed as well, so it's distributed through the enclosure
Wow.
and to make it interest for them and as natural as possible.
Yeah.
So yeah, a huge amount of work for the keepers on a daily basis.
And I guess as I was saying before, the last few weeks of no income for the zoo, and that amount of food that's consumed is a lot, isn't it? But
Yeah, huge. If you, I won't do the calculations myself, but
Yeah.
certainly we've got around 200 species here, over 1,500 animals, all of them requiring food maybe 3, 4, 5 times a day, some of them. Huge amount of work for the keepers and a huge amount of cost for bringing the food in every single day. But obviously, you know, species throughout the zoo, they're all exotic animals, a few domestic species, so their diets are really, really specialised and we have to buy it in from very specialised breeders and suppliers. But everything from nectar for our lorikeets, that's specially developed just for that type of bird, to fruit and veg for things like the lemurs and the chimpanzees, and then of course meat and things for the carnivores as well. But everything from eggs to cheese to rice to potatoes.
Consumes so much.
So much is brought in on a daily basis, and obviously all has to be prepared by the keepers and then handed out to the animals. So it's a huge task, a big undertaking.
Sounds like it. Yeah.
And very expensive.
Like so many zoos across the country, Colchester Zoo really needs your support to help feed these guys. So please give us a little or as much as you can, and click on the link below. Thank you so much.
That was Lee Mead with the lemurs. How good was the... John?
What I thought I knew.
What are you wearing?
Hey, what? This is my amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Where's Lee Mead?
Well, Lee Mead's gone home, John. He's a busy guy.
What do you mean he's gone home? I've dressed up for him.
You look ridiculous.
What do you mean I look ridiculous? I look amazing. This is my amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. The clue's in the name, mate.
Oh, my God.
What are we supposed to do now? I mean, I've written a whole quiz for him and everything.
A quiz?
Yeah, Lemur or Lee Mead.
We haven't got time for that.
We've definitely got time for it. Look, I'll ask you some of the questions and you can just do your very best to answer. How does that sound?
Well, it's happening now.
Welcome to the game show, Lemur or Lee Mead. Question number 1. I have a varied diet, but I eat mainly vegetables and fruit. Am I Lemur or Lee Mead?
That's Lee Mead.
It is Lemur, known to eat mainly insects. Question number 2. I have a dazzling coat of many colours. Am I Lemur or Lee Mead?
Oh, definitely Lee Mead.
No, it is Lemur. Each species has been known to have 3 different coats of different colours, even though they're the same species. Very rare in all animals. Number 3. I am most at home under female dominance. Am I Lemur or Lee Mead?
Lee Mead.
You are Lemur. The lemur. The male crowned lemur is recognised as being one of the most submissive. Number 4. I groom my mates with my tongue. Lemur or Lee Mead?
Lee Mead, definitely.
It is lemur. Unlike other primates who part the fur with their fingers, the lemur uses its tooth comb, you see. I'm a good swimmer. Lemur or Lee Mead?
Oh, Lee Mead's a great...
It's lemur. One of the signature moves is the dance hop. Lemur or Lee Mead?
Definitely Lee Mead.
It is lemur. It has an extensive vocal repertoire. Lemur or Lee Mead?
Oh, definitely Lee Mead, because he's a great singer.
Incorrect. Ring-tailed lemur is one of the most vocal. It is, of course, lemur. Question number 8. Just a few to go now. The average song time for me is between 45 seconds and 3 minutes. Lemur or Lee Mead?
I've seen it on his Instagram stories. Definitely Lee Mead.
Incorrect. It is the lemur. Question number 9. It has a large brain-to-body ratio. Lemur or Lee Mead?
Lee Mead is a brainy guy.
No, the II species of lemur having one of the largest. And finally, question number 10. Best known for winning the title role in 2000 West End revival of Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat through the BBC TV casting show Any Dream Will Do. Am I Lemur or Lee Mead?
It's Lemur. Lee Mead.
Correct.
This year has been really, really difficult for a lot of businesses with COVID-19 in place. So the animals need your help. Colchester Zoo needs your help, especially if you're from Essex. Please, please dig in them pockets and give as much as you can, because we need to save the zoo. And there's so many memories. I remember a magical memory from Colchester Zoo with the orangutan, who I think has sadly passed away now. And I remember putting my hand up on the glass and him putting his hand there as well, and he was following me along, and it was just amazing. I've got so many good memories there. And all them beautiful animals, we need to save this zoo, guys. So please donate and help today. Bye. Big kisses, mwah, and big love. Good luck.
Thank you all so much. Loads of your donations coming in already, and we love you for it. If you haven't already donated, then please do so. You can do so via gofundme.com/zoo2you, and we'd love you for it.
All that information's on the screen for you now. Please keep those donations coming in. Now, though, a little bit of fun for you. So when we came out of lockdown, John and I and a couple of other guys set up this show called The Isolation Room live stream, bit of a comedy sort of banter thing. We've got a couple of those people here tonight, starting with a man whose shirt is louder than my stereo in the car. It's Ian, everyone.
I quite like this. I thought it was a nice shirt.
I didn't say I didn't like it. I think
I
it's
was going with the theme, you know.
It's wonderful. Can I see zebras and giraffes? And...
Mate, there's everything on here.
I'm very impressed.
Sport for choice.
Very, very good. And of course, just to the left of me, we have the wonderful Liam Holmes. Woo!
Thank you.
Also rocking a bit of incredible merch, I've got to say, is that lockdown on a cup of t-shirt.
Yes, mate.
I thought I was the only one wearing merch because I'm wearing my Ross and John socks, but I've got to say, I'm a big fan of your merchandise, Liam.
Thanks, John. I appreciate it. I think it works well. You can get it if you want.
It's a hot look.
So, look, we've got clipboards in front of us and we couldn't be trusted with pens, so we've been given a crayon. Ian, would you like to explain why I have a crayon in my hand?
Yeah, it's always good to have a quiz. I think lockdown quizzes have been quite a common theme for most people, so I thought we'd throw in a quiz.
Nice.
Okay?
Cool.
But because I know that you guys can't do joined-up writing, I thought rather than get you to answer questions, I thought I'd get you to draw the answers. So,
I love it.
So I've been on the Colchester Zoo app, and I was searching through there, and there's a great section, education, learning resources. So you can get on there, and there's activity packs. I went through the activity packs, found loads of information about the animals, and what I've done is I've listed information about certain animals, and I will read out that list, and you have to draw which animal you think that is.
Oh, this is...
I will judge the best drawing.
Oh, this is definitely the appropriate tool
And
for
no-
me.
And no chewing those crowns, please. I've got to give them back afterwards.
You can play along at home as well. If you go and grab yourself a pen and a bit of paper, you don't have to have a crayon. You can have a pen if you want. Even if you're a child, you can have a pen. Play along at home, and if you're an adult and you can't be bothered to draw, just stick your answers in the comments. All right, I'm excited now.
Okay.
Okay, I've got to be honest
ready?
with you both. I'm feeling pretty confident about this.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were feeling confident about the last challenge.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to start off easy for you. Okay, so we're going to start with habitat. So this particular creature lives in the desert, savannas, and grasslands. Okay, its distribution is Africa, southern Sahara, and all the way to South Africa. Its diet is a variety of animals, including birds and mammals. Its lifespan is about 15 years, and its status is vulnerable.
Whoa. Okay.
Okay.
And we have to try and draw this animal.
You've got to try and draw this animal.
Oh, this is
Birds
ridiculous.
and animals, you said.
Birds and mammals.
And mammals.
Are you
And
drawing
mammals.
it sideways?
How big are the mammals?
Hold on a minute. This
Basically-
needs clarification.
It basically eats meat.
Meat. Okay.
Are we doing one each per
To
page?
simplify it for you.
I've got it. I know
Doing
what I'm
one,
talking about.
one each, but Liam's
I
doing
think
it
I've got-
already.
You have to, there's a clock
Are we
going
using one
here.
page per little...
No, just use. You can draw
Right.
it on the same page.
All right,
Come on.
okay.
Save paper.
Meat.
Okay.
Take your time.
This is actually pretty good.
Oh, don't say that, because mine's awful. Mine looks like a sausage that you shut in a drawer.
There's no such animal.
I'm impressing myself here. Always got a big foot.
Right, finish up.
Oh, what? Oh, crap.
You ready?
Okay. No.
No.
Liam, you done?
I think so, mate, yeah.
Right. Oh dear.
I'm ready.
I flipped over my shoulder then. Right, I'm going to go with Liam first. Liam, hold it up. Let's see. What have you drawn? What have you drawn? What is that?
That's a cheetah.
Okay.
That's a cheetah.
That's a fair. That's a
Why's
fair.
it got stars coming out of his bottom?
That's a fair shout.
Is he
John
wearing
Livingston.
shoes? Is your cheetah wearing shoes?
He's got Uggs on.
DMs.
He's run so fast his ears have come off.
John,
All
what
right,
have you
I
got?
also have drawn a cheetah.
Okay.
Oh, brilliant.
Okay,
well
what's that
known.
behind it?
Well known, this is speed. Those are speed
right,
lines.
okay.
Cheetahs
Okay.
are well known for being fast.
Go faster stripes.
Yep.
And Ross, what have you got?
Well, I went for a tiger.
You're all very close.
Yeah.
You're all very close. The answer is a lion.
You know what?
Oh,
Instinct was
lion.
over lion. I should have gone with that, man.
Right, you ready for the next one?
No, you're lion. Right, okay.
So zero,
Okay.
zero.
No points.
Okay,
on the
next
line,
one.
man.
Its habitat is salt water, coastal offshore rocks and islands. Distribution is South American coastline. Its diet is fish, squid and lobsters, and it can live for up to 25 years. These are in the zoo, just as a clue.
It lives in the water.
Well, it sort of.
Oh, hello. I think I
Sort of.
figured it out.
Sort of.
Oh, no, that's not good.
Oh, no, mine looks like a bird. It's not a bird.
I'll give you no, it's definitely not a bird.
Okay.
We're going to run out of time here, so I'm going to go do my best instinct.
I'm quite pleased with this one, actually.
Right. Ross looks like he's done. Right. Ross, what have you got?
It's a walrus.
Is there walruses in the zoo?
A walrus?
Have you missed it? I don't think there's a walrus in the zoo, is there?
Well, it's just a seal with big teeth.
Look like a walrus. It does actually look like a bit of a walrus, to be fair.
To be fair, it looks a lot like a walrus.
Do I get a point for the good drawing?
Well, I think wrong answer, good drawing. So I think anyway, let's go with John. Let's go.
Well, I've drawn a saltwater crocodile. Is that not correct? The saltwater crocodile.
I didn't know they did the crocodile.
What have you got?
I've got a sea lion.
What is that? Why is it flying?
Well, I have to say, so it is a Patagonian sea lion. So I'm going to give 10 points to Liam.
Get in now.
I'm going to give 1 point to Ross because he was close. It was a nice picture.
I'm going to sign that.
Confused with that because I thought they actually survived the water, but obviously not.
And we'll auction this off at the end. Yes.
Right, you want another one?
Hit me with another one.
Okay, here we go. Habitat, savannas or rainforest?
Okay.
Distribution, Africa, south of Sahara, mainly in reserves.
Okay. So they never play up front.
So their diet is grass, leaves, woody plants, shrubs, barks, flowers and fruits. Their lifespan is up to 60 years and their status is vulnerable.
Okay. Where are they again? Sorry.
So they are in Africa, south of the Sahara, okay, or southern Sahara, mainly in reserves.
Okay.
Mainly in reserves. Okay.
Don't want anyone cheating.
Okay.
Oh no, this one looks like a bird as well. This one isn't a bird.
It's definitely not a bird.
I've so got this.
Liam's confident.
I'm pretty confident on this one, mate. Oh no, I've run out of space.
Not drawing to scale, are you?
I was trying. I'll have to explain this one.
Okay, well, are we ready? Who's ready? Who's
I'm ready.
First? Okay,
I'm
John,
ready.
what have you got?
I think it might be the giraffe.
Ross, what you got?
Some sort of lizard iguana thing.
In a shell suit. What is that?
I really hope people at home are getting this. Liam, what have you got?
This is actually a giraffe, believe it or not.
Giraffes are known for having a long neck.
I know, that's what I said. I ran out of space. Yeah, you nailed it.
That looks like a pantomime horse. That looks like.
I thought you'd all be better at drawing than writing. but I was
there you
wrong.
are.
It's an elephant.
An elephant. Yeah, that's an elephant.
Nice.
That's not.
Look at his trunk. Look.
Right, you ready for one more?
One more.
One more. Last one.
Points.
Liam's ahead at the moment.
Yes.
Okay.
Get in now.
Ross, you could steal this if you get this one right.
Oh, come on.
Okay, habitat, dry grasslands, savannas and rainforests. Distribution, Indonesian islands of Komodo, Rinca. I'm not going to go through all the others because they're really long names that I can't pronounce, but I've said enough. Diet of deer, wild boar and snakes. Their lifespan is up to 50 years and their status is vulnerable.
Okay, I'm confident with this one.
Okay.
Do you know what? I spent £4 grand on an art and design course.
Really?
Well, I haven't spent it yet. Oh, this is horrendous.
Who's ready?
Well, I mean, it's not getting any better than that. So,
All right, come on, Ross, what have you got?
That is a Komodo dragon.
Oh!
Okay.
I have also drawn a Komodo dragon.
Just a dragon.
I wasn't sure what they looked like.
Okay. And Liam, what have you got?
I've got a rhino.
Well, it is a Komodo dragon. And with 3 points for a picture, I think the walrus won it for you. The walrus picture won it for you. You're the winner, Ross.
Yes!
Well done.
I won something!
There's no prize. There he goes.
Quality, well done.
No prize, sorry.
Ian, thanks
Just
very
asked for
much.
it.
I really appreciate it. If you want to catch more of Ian and Liam and us as well, all in the same place, then do head over to the Isolation Room show on Facebook. We do some live broadcasts on there, panel show, much like this, but with better No drawings, actually. Ian, thank you so much for coming on, mate.
Pleasure.
And thanks very much, Liam Holmes.
Thank you. Thank you all for your incredible donations. They've been coming in thick and fast all evening, and we're very grateful. If you haven't managed to donate yet, please do via the information that is on the screen. Up next, some more music from Jordan Gray. Jordan Gray has an online series via Comedy Central called Transaction. She's also the semi-finalist in The Voice 2016, and she's here today. Please welcome Jordan Gray.
Hello, I'm Jordan Gray. You might remember me off such things as the poster for this event. We're here raising money for the zoo today, but don't get confused. Animals are not particularly materialistic. They just need to eat as well. So there's a moral incentive. There's also a selfish one. The hungrier they get, the more likely they are to come out and eat your little fingers and toes. I'm going to do some music now, if that pleases the court. It sounds like this. Ah! Corridor. Well, she came from the corridor. Here we go. Well, I don't love him anymore. My little angel was the last one born inside, sweeter than ever in this big old house of mine. And girl, I'm so sorry for the look in both my eyes. I hadn't counted on a beautiful surprise like you to come floating by on such a snow white set of wings. And now I realize why the cocky jaybird sings. And I am sorry for the look in both my eyes. Corridor, corridor. Well, she came from the corridor, and I don't love you anymore. Oh, my love, Christian child, you ain't got nothing to be scared about. My love, no, no, summer child, pack your bags because you're moving out. Oh, well, here we go. Who's calling? Just beat it. 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 Just beat it.
Because you're mine, I walk the line. Well, I walk the line.
Corridor, corridor. Where she came from, the corridor, and I don't love you anymore. My little angel was the last one born inside, sweeter than ever in this big old house of mine. Girl, I'm so sorry for the look in both my eyes. I hadn't counted on a beautiful surprise like you to come floating by on such a snow white set of wings. Now I realize why the cocky jaybird sings. And I am sorry for the look in both my eyes. Come on, Christian child, you ain't got nothing to be scared about. My love, no, no, summer child, pack your bags because you're moving out. Oh, but here we go. Who's calling? Well, I got a woman. She way over town. She's good to me. Come on, oh yeah. Just beat it.
Walk the line.
I got a woman.
Walk the line.
Just beat it.
Walk the line.
I got a woman.
Walk the line.
Wait, be nice to animals.
That was Jordan Gray, everyone. Check her out on social media, Tall Dark Friend. Big thanks to all of you for donating today. We've had loads of donations and they're continuing to come in. If you haven't managed to yet, please do via the link that you can see on the screen now. Now, regular listeners of our show, The Weekend Breakfast on Radio S6, will know that at the end of the show, we summarise everything that's happened. John wraps it. So we thought, why not bring that here in your Technicolor Dreamcoats? That's what's going to happen right now, right?
You're absolutely right. I'm going to give you a bit of a rundown of all the wonderful things you might be able to see once the zoo is back open in the form of a wrap type thing. And of course, we've had some wonderful special guests who've been helping out getting you to think a little bit more about the zoo and get involved with some of your donations. So here is a bit of a tribute to some of those wonderful people. All right, it might sound a little bit like this. Okay. If you come back, here are some of the wonderful things you might see at the awesome Colchester Zoo. You'll see bears and aardvarks and deers and sow and crocodiles, baboons and lorikeets, Barbary macaques, alpacas and wolves, hyenas and ghost dragons from Komodo, and pigs and llamas and red river hogs, and not forgetting the hunting dogs, and maybe you can visit the warthogs, Saki, monkey and donkey as well, Kirk's dick and the mandrill, chimpanzee, birds of paradise, the cheetah, the horse and butterflies. So thanks so much from the animals to you. If you haven't already, then you know what to do. We hope you enjoyed our show from Colchester Zoo. Thanks very much. We'll see you again. Bye!
That was John Oakes wrapping up the show. Big thanks to all of you at home for your donations. The link will stay live for a while after this, so keep the donations coming in. Share the video when you can. Big thanks to all the cast and crew, all of our guests, William Ross McGray and John Oakes. Good night!